Hey guys, what is going on? Today I wanted to share with you two electric vehicle stocks that I believe have the potential bullish signals in this quarter of 2023. I'll share with you stock news updates, why I have conviction with these two companies, and what the price forecast is from my perspective. Now, if you're new to this channel, I would really appreciate you providing the love and support to all I see is W. And anytime when you do consider making investment decisions, always do your research and take my information as guidance. Let's get started, guys. Now, first off, we're looking at Lucid. Ticker goes by LCID. Lucid is currently priced at $7.93. Today, it ramped up close to about 7.5%. Its average volume is picking up here at 65 million shares traded. Its 52-week range, it went from $5 not too long ago. In June, it was hovering at $5, and now it's crept up close to about $8. If we zoom out, at one point back in 2021, this was like at the resistance of like $53, $55. In the early quarter of this year with the Saudi Arabia news, it ran all the way up close to about $18 at one point during trading hours. Its 52-week range is at $21, and the question is, will it be able to reach its prior resistance? I believe from a technicals perspective, with EVs taking a big hit in the recent months, in June, for example, I believe that now the pendulum is in favor of companies like Lucid, and it's not to ignore because I definitely think there's growth opportunities and value investing here with LCID with the current price point in the single digits. I wanted to share with you some news here from Benzinga. Lucid shows strength ahead of CPI data coming out on Wednesday, and what we're seeing is that Lucid is trading at an uptrend with a rising channel pattern on the daily chart. And this is what really day traders want to see. Bullish traders, they want to see increase in shareholder value with more buyers and sellers. And since June, we've seen Lucid surge up to about 40% gains so far, right? Not as fast as other electric vehicle companies, but this is looking very solid. We want that slow, consistent upward ascending trajectory and not have it just catapult up, because once it goes up too quickly like that, it can start going down. But overall, for bullish traders, the trend is ultimately our friend here, right? And the stock is likely going to continue going up because it reached this basement low, and what goes down will eventually start going back up. Now, most of you are wondering what's driving the stock price to go up, right? I mean, Lucid, we've just heard so much news coming out, and I wanted to share with you an article where the CEO of Lucid is planning on taking on Elon Musk after revealing Model Y, Model 3 rivals. And there's news that come 2024, Lucid plans on tapping into the SUV market. In fact, they have a model called Gravity that they're planning on launching in the second half of the year with a similar price tag to the current Air market. I mean, this SUV is a 7-seater with 3-row SUV. It's very practical from the perspective of the CEO. And in addition to that, Lucid plans on launching 2 new vehicles aimed at competing with the Model 3 and the Model Y. And they're hoping to tap into the car pricing of like 50,000 or less, because currently the prices with Lucid vehicles, it's up to about 100 to 150,000. So really trying to expand that niche market. And we know that it's most people who have the propensity to spend this kind of money. But overall, looking very bullish here with Lucid. And I believe that overall, Lucid can easily break $20 this quarter or perhaps in Q4. Next company I wanted to share with you is Rivian Automotive, ticker RIVN. Current price is at $25. Now, if we scale back here, I mean, this was at like the $13 range, so it's gone up by about 100% gains. The average volume has picked up from 33 million to 172 million. What's driving the volume to increase so much? There's so much belief in this mid-cap company, now currently at like $24 billion in terms of market cap. Bullish signals are on the rise. Rivian stock is on fire currently, right? If we just scaled, to a 6 month range where it was hovering at $13, it skyrocketed here, right? The question is, will it continue running up? One thing to keep in mind is, while company has great news coming out, in fact, with Rivian partnering up with Amazon, right? That just shows that from a financial standpoint, they have money supporting this company, right? And they just have to make sure that their operational expense is much lower than their profit margins. And I believe that Rivian, overall, this company is solid. However, from a technical standpoint, from like a short term, near term, just trading perspective, I believe that the fact that it's gone up so quickly here, there may be some pullback. I believe that it's going to get back to like the $17 range. How low can it go? I believe that $17 may be the regression point. However, if you zoom out, I believe that Rivian at one point is going to reach the $80 range from my perspective. Whether that happens in Q4, who knows? We can't really time the market, but from a long-term perspective, as you let your investments, just sit over the course of time, I believe that Rivian's share price will trend in an upward trajectory, similar to like AMD, Nvidia type of company. But from a short-term perspective, I would be cautious. Let's say if you're trying to buy into Rivian, I would just kind of monitor, hold off, because what goes up very quickly will start going back down on the near term, and then you can capitalize on the buy at a lower price point. Now, Rivian stock is on fire. Now, what's driving Rivian's stock price to go on fire, right? I mean, there's people such as Wedbush Securities pricing Rivian at $30. I mean, its production has been increasing. I mean, there's forecasts that their goal is to reach about 50,000 vehicles in terms of volume. And I've seen a lot of Rivian trucks just out in the Bay Area, and they look very solid. I mean, I like their aesthetics, the performance. EV stocks are entering a bull market. We've seen the pendulum swing in favor for EV, and now it's really going to start taking off. So I would continue to monitor. Now, this article, most of you are wondering, Rivian or Lucid, which is the better EV stock to buy in 2023? I mean, if only we had the magic 8 ball where we can forecast to see which one will have the highest profit margins, right? I mean, it's very difficult, but it really comes down to what type of company do you like more, right? Whether you like the branding of Rivian, you like Lucid more, or you like both, and you're thinking about capitalizing on both here, right? If you believe in electric vehicle companies. Now, the difference is that Rivian, they make trucks. Lucid, they make, high quality performance cars, priced at a very high prices. Now, what's the difference, right? I mean, in terms of operational expansion, Rivian is at a higher throughput with production at this time. However, Lucid is catching up. And when you compare their financial sheets, in fact, both companies have strong balance sheets, even though their cash flow burn rate is quite high. You can see here current assets for Rivian is at 11,244, while Lucid is at 900. So we see that downward trajectory with cash flow burn rate with Lucid, which can be alarming. But the fact that they have the backing from Saudi Arabia, and with Rivian having the backing from Amazon, I really don't think that there's much to worry. Now, Lucid Air has a rating of 9.1 on Motor Trend. The performance of their vehicle, they have the top-notch, most advanced electric powertrain available today, and they're planning on working with Aston Martin, as well as just having the backing up from Saudi Arabia as a kingdom is there to support them. Now, the question is, which one will be the better buy? I mean, currently, if I were to select, if I think of a safer play, from a long-term perspective, Rivian may be the safer play, but currently with the current price points, Rivian has gone up so quickly where I think there's risk here, while Lucid is less of a risky play right now based on the current price point that I see. So I do see value, but if I were to put my money on it, I would go with Lucid because of the positive return on investment from my perspective. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and subscribe to All I See Is W. Thanks, guys.